Hello there, Ray here, and recently I've been going about and trying to clean up some of this stuff that's been built around the witch perimeter. And believe it or not, someone actually left one of our enchantment tables out here, and I don't know if they know that these things have What was that? Today I'm going to show you how you can make this simple PvP trap that uses TNT. The main component of the PvP trap is this weird mechanic that I discovered. If you have a curved rail that is up against a block, and you have a TNT minecart on it, and if you bump the TNT minecart, it'll cause an explosion immediately. The way I use this mechanic to make a TNT trap is I have the curved rail here, and I have that TNT minecart on top of it and the block. And then I just have the sloped rail, which has this dispenser facing into it, and this just has a minecart into it. And this dispenser is bud powered from this over here, and I have a block in between, and I also have this chest. The chest will just update this dispenser, causing it to dispense this minecart, and in which it will bump this TNT minecart and cause an explosion. This does work facing east and west, but it does not work facing north or south. You can see what happens if it faces north or south. It just pushes the minecart around the corner instead of causing it to explode. Most people understand how budding piston works, where you can send the power source up above the piston, and you can cause the piston to extend, and he'll stay extended until he's updated. And here you can see this piston is budded from back here, and he won't extend until he gets updated. And having these chests in the same position as power would be can cause the piston to get an update. So you can see that once you open the chest, it causes this piston to update its state, and it remembers that it should be extended because of this redstone block back here, and it extends. And the same thing works for dispensers. Since this dispenser is actually bud powered from back here, updating it with the chest will cause the dispenser to activate. There are many different ways to bud a dispenser or a piston, and this method, it's kind of harder to hide it if you're going to hide this underground, because of all the location where the power is going to be is at surface level or above. So the way that I budded my dispenser is a trick where you have power pointing into the dispenser, but the dispenser doesn't know he's actually powered. So what I have here is two levers and redstone dust, and if I power this redstone dust here and then I remove this lever, you can see that the redstone dust is pointing into the dispenser, but he is not activating. And once he gets a update, he will dispense something. You don't have to just use this for chest. As I showed in the beginning clip, you can also use this for other objects. And the way I have this one set up is that I have the same setup as before, but instead of having just a block there, I have a piston. And this causes an update to the dispenser as soon as you remove this enchantment table. So when the enchantment table is removed, this piston will say, oh, I can see that I'm powered from down here, and he will extend, and it will cause an update to this dispenser, dispensing the minecart, causing an explosion. You can use this setup for any block that covers up the piston. So here I got like a jukebox, and here I got a crafting table for those who keep stealing your crafting tables, and maybe even got a precious block that someone's trying to steal. So some stuff that doesn't work so well is like an ender chest, where it does not cause an update to the dispenser. And if you had a piston there, you could see it. And same goes through like a beacon, you can see if there was a piston there, and that does not work. And anvil, you can see if there was a piston there, and same goes for like a brewing stand, and you cannot update the dispenser with it. So the way I recommend building this trap is that you first find a location, and you usually want the main material to be something that's easy to destroy. So if the player is standing on top of grass or dirt, it's easy to destroy rather than, let's say, stone. And what you'll need to build this is some building materials, one TNT, a minecart, 3 rails, a dispenser, a redstone dust, 2 levers, a minecart, and a chest if you're doing the chest one. And I'll show how to do the other one as well. So you need your contraption to be facing in the east to west direction, and an easy way to tell if you're facing the right direction without using F3, if you just place down a rail, rails will automatically align to the north and south direction. So this way you can make sure that you build it in this direction. So to get started, you want to figure out where you want to put your chest, and if I have the chest there, then you'll want to dig down underneath the chest, and this is where your dispenser will go, and this will allow the chest, when it's open, to update your dispenser down here. Now you want to get your rails out, and you will want to put a rail in front of the dispenser and another one, and then you want to put one up on top of the dispenser, so that's a sending rail. And then you want to make sure that the rail is curving off to the side. It doesn't matter which direction it's curving. Now we will want to put that block back here. That will be that block that the TNT minecart bumps up against. And next we will want to make sure to put a block here. And this block is needed for the minecart so it goes down this rail instead of backing upwards. And it's important to remember that this is a dirt block so that it will cause an update if grass grows on top of it. So make sure you wait until grass grows on top of it before you continue on to the next step. So at this point you have the option to add in more TNT, since a single TNT minecart will not do a lot of damage to the player. So you can come in and add TNT all the way around here if you want. You can even replace that block with TNT. And if you have any extra, you can just keep adding it into there. So next you come in behind the chest and you dig down 2, and you dig off to the side and 1 straight behind it. And this is where you stick the levers, and you stick the redstone dust straight down below. And then you power this lever over here. See if I can reach it. Yep. And then you remove this lever. Now you can come into the dispenser and put in your 1 minecart there. And then you can come over here and place down your TNT minecart. And then you can place the dirt on top of it without updating the dispenser. Then you want to wait for the grass to grow over, and then you'll be ready to activate your trap. Currently the players can access this chest from any direction. So if you want the players to access it in a way where there are on top of the majority of TNT, you can place this in an area where there's like a natural border around here. Or you can kind of put in a natural border to kind of cause the players to come in from one direction. So now when an unexpected player comes by and checks to see what's in the chest, you can see that there's quite an explosion, and it will probably kill the player if he doesn't have very good armor on. If you're trying to build this in a UHC scenario, you can acquire some of these materials from naturally generated structures. Like TNT comes from desert temples, and you can get the minecarts from abandoned mine shafts, as well as the rails, and you can pick up dispensers in jungle temples. And there's redstone in jungle temples as well. You can find those in different chests with loots in them. And levers can be made, or they can get from jungle temples as well. You can also set up this type of TNT trap so that if the player removes this block, it will explode as I showed over there. And this type will need a piston up here facing upwards above this dispenser, and you can acquire pistons from jungle temples as well. Now since the piston will be butted as well as the dispenser, it's important that you put this block in and allow this block to become a grass block before you proceed into allowing it to be butted. So once the dirt block has become a grass block, you'll want to come behind here and come off to the side, since we do not want to be directly affecting that piston there. Come off to the side, and then we'll remove these blocks here. And you see that the dispenser is over there. This is the time where you can put in your minecart. And then we'll do the same thing as before. We'll put down 2 levers and redstone dust. And then we'll activate this lever over here. And then we'll remove this one. So now this dispenser is butted as well as this piston. Now we can place in this block without updating either of them. And we can place in this TNT minecart, and we can place the blocks above it. And now it's all set and ready to be activated. Now when your crafting table thief comes up and tries to steal your crafting table, he will be in for quite a surprise. The nice thing about this TNT trap is that it happens very quickly. It almost happens instantly, as you can see. Another nice thing is that you can actually place this in the desert, which sand has a very low blast resistance, so it works just as well as say dirt or grass. So here you can place sand on top of the rails without needing to use any type of floating sand, and you can actually disguise this completely without having to use any solid blocks. There you have it, guys, a simple PvP trap that uses TNT. If you found this interesting, show me with a like. If you'd like to see more contraptions like this, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to comment. Bye bye.